All right, let's crack open this case file. We're dropping right into the middle of the chaos, right after a massive citywide crisis, where a team of operatives is just trying to figure out what in the world just happened.
And yeah, boom is maybe the understatement of the year. We're talking a whole series of coordinated attacks, totally devastating, that just rocked the city. The team is caught completely off guard, and the situation is spiraling fast.
So let's really get into what they're dealing with here. This is way more than just one bad day. We're looking at a complete operational collapse, and they're being forced to fight their way back from rock bottom.
I mean, look at this list. To say they're in a tough spot is, well, an understatement. They're totally outgunned, they don't have enough people, they need weapons, they need backup, and on top of all that, they're already in debt to the city's shadiest information brokers just to get a lay of the land.
So what do you do when your back's against the wall like this? You don't have a choice, right? You gotta go on the offensive. And that's exactly what they do. They cook up this super high-risk, multi-front plan to hit back from every angle at once.
The only way to pull this off, they have to split up, divide and conquer. Every key member of the team takes on their own critical mission, all happening at the same time. The pressure is on, because if just one of them fails, the whole thing could fall apart.
So here's how they break it down. You've got Alex, and she's got maybe the toughest job. She has to go back into that criminal underworld she fought so hard to get out of to cut a deal for weapons. At the same time, Gabriel is working his contacts trying to call in favors for reinforcements from New Orleans.
Meanwhile, you've got Frost. He's the ex-cop of the group, and he's doing what he does best, working his old connections. He's hitting up his buddies at the police department, trying to squeeze out any piece of official intel he can find. So you see the strategy: guns, people, and information.
Now, remember I mentioned they were in debt to some spies? Well, these are the guys. They're known as the Nosferatu. Super secretive, they live in the shadows, and their whole business is trading secrets for favors. It's a dangerous game, but hey, they delivered. They gave the team the very first clue they could actually act on.
And this is what they got for their trouble. It's just one tiny detail, but it's huge. The license plate on one of the getaway vans. It traces back to Montgomery. That's it. That's the one thread they have to pull on.
So while Frost is digging for clues, the most dangerous, right here, right now job falls on Alex's shoulders. She's the one who has to get them the guns, and that means walking right back into a life she thought she'd left for good.
And you can hear it straight from Alex herself. These aren't just some shady business guys. These are gang leaders, people she knows from her past. The risk here is incredibly personal for her.
So when she goes to this meet, her plan for the rest of the team is, well, it's simple and it's tense. Stay in the car, look tough, let me do the talking. She knows how this works. One wrong move, one person saying the wrong thing, and it could all go sideways.
And what's the price tag for all this firepower? A cool $250,000. Think about that. $250,000. This just shows you how desperate they are. They're not just buying a few pistols. They're basically funding a private army overnight.
So what does 250 grand get you on the black market? Well, take a look. We're talking 100 handguns, tons of ammo, even some heavy weapons. But the craziest part? A dozen or so young bloods, basically cannon fodder. Alex isn't just buying guns, she's buying bodies.
But then, in the middle of this whole deal, her contact says something that sounds kind of random, just a little piece of gossip. He's heard about some rich weirdos buying up a bunch of property down in Montgomery. At the time, it's just a throwaway comment, but it turns out to be huge.
And right here, this is the moment it all starts to click. You've got two totally separate investigations going on, right? Alex's underworld gun deal and Frost's police work. And suddenly, they're both pointing to the exact same place. It really all comes down to this one question, doesn't it? Where in the world did that getaway van come from? And now they've got two clues from two completely different worlds that are about to give them one single, shocking answer. Okay, check this out. This is how the puzzle pieces fit together. On one hand, you have the gangster's tip, rich weirdos buying out property in Montgomery. On the other hand, you have Frost's police report. The van's license plate is registered to a church in Montgomery.
And get this, the license plate wasn't exactly subtle. It's a vanity plate that literally says, Holy Lord. I mean, come on, you can't make this stuff up.
And with a plate like that, it was easy for Frost's police contact to trace the owner. It belongs to the 2nd United Methodist of Montgomery. All of a sudden, everything snaps into focus. It's not some shadowy corporation. It's a church.
So there you have it. They finally have a solid target. The whole mission just shifted. It's not about scrambling for gear anymore. Now, it's about the investigation. Time to go hunting.
And it becomes official pretty quick. The sheriff gives them their new orders. Get to Montgomery and check out that church. What started as just a license plate number is now their #1 mission.
So the next move is clear. Everyone is packing up, gearing up. Next stop, Montgomery. They're heading straight into the unknown, with no idea what's waiting for them.
Which leaves us all with one heck of a question, right? You've got attackers using a church van. You've got mysterious rich folks moving into the same town. So what in the world is really going on in Montgomery? And what kind of secrets are hiding inside a house of God?